Well, just got home from the game. West Ham won, Arsenal 3. Uh, it's got to be probably the most depressing game that I've experienced so far this season. West Ham United were winning comfortably, 1-0. At half time, we went into the half with not too much concern against a really god awful Arsenal team. They were really poor, you know, as far as we could see. So didn't seem that we had anything to worry about at half time. We came out in the second half, played our game. We were pressing. It looked like we were going to score another goal. We looked pretty confident. Again, no trouble. On 51 minutes, Creswell goes down, comes off injured. Enter Arthur Masuaku. And then within, I don't know, something like 10, 15 minutes, we're losing 3-1. Now, not every goal was his fault, but certainly two out of the three that they scored was definitely, on his side of the pitch. Um, where do we go from here? I mean, they scored their goal. They got a goal back, and that gave them the confidence to start playing their game. All of a sudden, it was the Arsenal of old, and we just collapsed. We just didn't look like anything that we looked like for the first 60 minutes. Our composure went. Our passing was poorer and poorer. Our defending collapsed. We lost control of the midfield. There you go. Thanks, Miles. 3 goals conceded in 9 minutes, and I just, I, we were sitting there in the stadium, just like baffled as to what the hell was going on. There was absolutely no reason for it. No reason for the capitulation. Um, as soon as Arsenal got their first goal back, their tails were up, and they sniffed blood, and we just absolutely caved in. Absolutely caved in. It was really quite poor, really, and everyone was crying out for Allaire to come on. He did nothing. I don't know what the hell's happened to that player, but Allaire coming on should have been the spur for us. You know, there were two strikers, Antonio and him. Allaire did nothing. We just lost our spark. We lost our spark. We lost our vision. I thought we should have started with a 4-4-2 at the start of the game. I could understand Pellegrini wanted to have played the team that had won against Chelsea now that Antonio was back. And I get that, but we're at home. Why are you playing one up front when we're at home? We should have just gone for it. Yeah, we could have been 3-0 up by half time. Arsenal weren't in it at all. There was nothing in their game that suggested that they were going to beat us tonight. And as I said, after an hour, 60 minutes, we were comfortable, and we were pressing. We were pressing to get that second goal. They got one back, and it was game over. I mean, it was just unbelievable. Now, I know there's a lot of Masuaku fans out there, and I'm not putting the blame on just one player, but Arthur Masuaku shouldn't be wearing a West Ham shirt. They exploited how awful he is in defence, and they went for it. It was their little gap that they needed in order for them to get back into the game. Um, what happens from here? Well, it's a 6 pointer against Southampton now, isn't it? And if we don't get anything out of that game, we go into the Christmas period in the bottom three. If Southampton beats us, we then are missing a game because the game against Liverpool is postponed, and so we're going to start playing catch up. That's not good. You might argue that we're going to have one game in the bag, but that's not good enough. We need points now. We don't need a game in the bag. And there's no saying it's against bloody Liverpool, so there's no saying we were going to win that game in hand anyway. So it's desperate times. I'm still going to stick my neck out and say that we're not going to get relegated, but damn, it's going to be close. It's going to be really close. I do not know what's happened to the team. Now, we've been told by someone who knows full well what's going on in the club that Pellegrini has not lost the dressing room. That's what we've been told. And if I have to be honest, after the Chelsea game when we won, a lot of the players went up and congratulated Pellegrini. So I guess that's probably true. But something desperately has got to change because the tactics aren't right, the formation's not right. At home, we should be pressing teams, you know, and really going for it, and we're not. Um, and I mentioned in my Sunday show on last night that we have an imbalanced squad, and we do. Our squad is very imbalanced. We do not have strength in depth in where we need it. Um, you know, you can't really. You know, I heard a few rumours that David Martin looked as bad as Roberto. You can't blame David Martin for what happened tonight. Um, we just don't have strength in depth. Um, it's just inexplicable how we went from being 1-0 up, absolutely comfortable, to losing that game against such an absolutely poor Arsenal team. Inexplicable. Where to next? As I said, we've got Southampton on Saturday. We desperately need a result. We do not want to go into the winter break. We do not want to go into the Christmas period being in the bottom three. But things aren't looking good for us because, as I said, when we haven't got that game against Liverpool, so even if we do get a result on Saturday against Southampton, we might still end up being in the bottom three because of that missed game. Leicester next, Southampton, Leicester, Bournemouth. Pellegrini alluded to the fact that we should be winning our home games. Well, we should have won tonight. There was nothing to suggest that we shouldn't have beaten Arsenal tonight. And yet again, we seem to be reliant on certain players. Cresswell came off, and all of a sudden things just seem to sort of go against us. We should have put away our chances. We had chances galore, or we had the better part of the whole game until they scored their first goal. Should Pellegrini go? Well, yeah, a lot of fans are saying so. You heard it as you were coming out of the stadium. Excuse me. You heard it as you were coming out of the stadium. We've been led to believe yet again by someone who knows full well what's going on in the club that the board don't want to let him go. Apparently, there's a difference of opinion. Gold wants one manager, Sullivan wants another, and you know, lady, what's her name, has said we should keep the same manager for now. I don't know, people. You know, we lost badly, and we look like a shadow of our former selves at the moment. There's no confidence in the team. You know, at 1-0 up, we were comfortable. We should have gone ahead and scored another goal. We let them back in it, and it was game over. It was game over. Who do you pick that's going to improve the team? Our squad, it doesn't have strength in depth. No, Ravi. One of them wants Moyes. One of them wants another manager, Deitch. And lady, what's her name? I've forgotten her name. That's how much I can't be arsed with her. She's the one that said that we shouldn't change the manager for now. We should keep what we have. Well, let's hope she's right. Brady, thanks, Noah. Brady has suggested that we should keep the manager for now. No, Noah. One of the owners wants Deitch. One of the other one doesn't. They're split on who they should have in. But let's see what happens. Apparently, Pellegrini was given 4 games to save his job. So far, he's only got 3 points from Chelsea. Let's see what happens with Southampton on Saturday. And if we are in the bottom three, then maybe that might force the board's hand to make a decision, because it's not looking good. All right, I don't know where I'm going with this video, because it's as bad as where we were going on the pitch, going nowhere. All we got to do is we've just got to get behind the team, and we've got to support them through thick or thin. We are West Ham, as bad as it is. We're fans who are renowned for sticking by the team. So let's hope we can do that. I know I won't be going to Southampton on Saturday, unfortunately, but I know the fans that will go there will support the team. They'll cheer them on throughout the whole game. Let's hope it's enough, because we need something. We need something now. Thanks for watching.